All right, everybody, taking one for the team here. I'm getting in real trouble with Michelle because I just showed up on a Monday morning after our business meeting just before lunch here, and I wanted to give you an update tour of the house and where we're at. And she's like, it's not clean. Well, whatever. You get what you get. This is real life. So as you can see, the exterior is no longer a Smurf house. We had a major crisis in that this color up top here is called iron ore. And so we actually, it's a Sherwin-Williams color, and we thought that our designer, Laurel, we thought she meant paint all the trim. So our painter started painting the trim, and then we had a big fight on this piece here was supposed to be whatever this color is. I don't know what color this is called, but I said, I like the whole soffit. So they painted the soffit, the new gutters, everything's been painted iron ore up top there, and then whatever this color is, I'll get it for you and put it in the description. And then this is alabaster white. And so the whole exterior has been painted. As you can see, we got the rock, and the rock now doesn't match the color of the house as well, but we changed this all to rock because Chase is like, he's like microfiber, he's like Velcro. And so getting rid of all the mulch was key. And then we're battling these things. We got to get some Roundup and just keep spraying this until we kill it all off, but it keeps growing up through the sidewalk. So the entire exterior is painted. And it's funny because the roof looked very blue-gray and now it looks dark. So I think it looks great. I think the house looks really, really good. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. My painters filled all the stucco cracks, found any issues, cleaned up all the exterior, fixed all of the part like in the garage where people like ran into the side of the garage and stuff. So that's all fixed and clean. We haven't done the inside of the house, but the exterior is now done. So let's go through the front door, show you all the updates we've made. I feel like it's been a while. I'm getting in trouble because my Cree lights just showed up, so I gotta go put these away. What is this? NBA furniture? I don't know what that is. But these are our Cree lights for the garage. They just showed up. I ordered these months ago. So these are Cree LS fixtures, linear fixtures that we'll be using in the garage here in the house. And so you won't yell at me. I'll actually take my shoes off this time. So the entire interior has had a whole lighting upgrade. And so we transitioned to DMF 3500K bulbs. What was in here before was a really cheap linear fixture. I still have some work to do on, these are 4K bulbs from Satco, so they don't technically match. I'll show you in the bathroom. I've showed you this in the other tours, but the goal would be to have matching. These are B11 size. I haven't been able to find a 3500K bulb from anybody. So we got a new rug. We got some new fancy petrified flowers or some crap like that they're called. So that's what's changed in here. I think we had the mirror mounted. You'll see stickers all over the wall. Mike is working on filling all the imperfections. It's amazing when you start looking at the walls and how jacked up they are. Because I just bought the Destination OG mountain house, I decided that if we're going to paint this ourselves, or we're just going to touch it up. And because my butt's puckering from buying a real expensive house, how much I'm going to have to fix there, and so we'll just touch this up and then do the final paint. Maybe in 6 months or so. So the theater is going to be. We're going to start working on this here shortly. Probably when I get back from the mountains, I'm going up there shortly. Chase, stop licking my leg. Stop. So this room is about to change quite a bit from a home theater perspective. Right now, what I have is just a 3-channel setup, 3.1. So I have an NADM 17 preamp. I have the NADM 22 powering the fronts, and then I have my old Sunfire Theater Grand amplifier that's powering the center channel. And so what I'm doing is I'm swapping that out for now, just because the Master Series amplifiers are just back order. I haven't been able to get them. So I have these custom install versions of the NAD amps that I'm going to use here for the home theater setup. And this one will actually stay. This is a 8-channel by 150 watt. This is the CI 8-150 DSP. So this will be the amplifier that will power the 4 in ceiling that's going to go for Atmos, and then the 4 on-wall speakers. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do Evoke 20s. So Evoke 20s, well, one will go here, one will go there, and the others will go up whatever tight that soffit is there. So the others will go there. So it'll be a 7.4.2 with the 2 subwoofers is what the setup's going to be. It's going to be really, really sick. So I'll do a video series on that, specifically on all the Dynaudios that we chose, and the Contour 60s and the subwoofers and all that stuff, and what NAD equipment. So we'll have an install video and then probably a dedicated video to just the theater. But I did swap out, since the last time you took a tour, I did swap out the acoustic treatments. I got rid of the ones in front of the window, and I did swap these for, I forget what they call these. These like the artisan panels or something. I think they look pretty sweet. So even though this is a little much for the walking into the entry to the house, I use this room multiple times a day. So I think it's pretty sweet. So let's go back here to the master area. You can see I'm trying to repair all the walls, and then we'll touch it up with the white paint and then repaint it later. We're actually going to do that same alabaster that we have on the outside is going to get painted on the inside, but I mean, it's a huge project. The doors have to come off and get sprayed, and we're just going to wait and postpone and do that a little bit later. Just live in a completed house. So I finished my office where we have Dynaudio. These are LID5s with the Dynaudio sub. What do they call that one? That's the 9S, the sub 9S. And then the Universal Audio Solo is the dongle that connects. And I generally take my MacBook Pro. I have the new MacBook M1 Max MacBook that then connects here and plugs into my, this is the OWC Thunderbolt 4 dock, which is pretty sweet. And you can see I set up the acoustic treatments in here. These are all from GIK Acoustics. And so it took all the echo. We put 2 on the ceiling that acts as a cloud. These are DMF lights as well, which we retrofitted. You can go check out that video specifically on those. And I did the corner GIKs, and then bought some 1x4s and then mixed it in with some of the fabric ones so it didn't look too overdone. Chase, stop licking my scratch leg. Cut it out. So the master, we've changed the lighting, started patching the walls. This is how it's going to be set up. We put some drapes in there so it feels a little bit warmer. Of course, we replaced the carpet in this room as well. So lighting, fan, carpet, a little bit of paint touch up. We put the restoration corbel table in, and then putting the little drape thingies there. I think Laurel, she got these. Michelle got these from like Amazon or something. So, but they turned out pretty nice. So this room is effectively done, other than eventually being painted. We got to fix all the baseboards and all of that. So we're really rounding out here, coming to an end on this big project. So in here, new lighting. So here was the difference between 4K bulbs and 3500K bulbs. So on the same type of fixture. So 3500 over on my vanity is the color that you want. 4K gets a little bit too white. And so I think 3500 is the right color for this setup. And so we went from cheap 4K to really high-end 3500K. Each one of these fixtures is like 180 bucks. So they do add up quite a bit. And then I bought this thing. This came from our house. I think last time you saw this, I had tried to buy the closet organization, and it just looks stupid. And so this thing here, I've got to do a little bit of leveling of the doors, but this is a really fancy, I think this was like 1,800 bucks or something like that, but it's a solid wood piece of furniture from ARHAUS. And then I've got the baseboard. So I took the baseboard out, but we'll cut the baseboard so you can't see it on the wall, and I'll attach this so it'll be nice and sturdy. This is where we'll keep, linens and towels and stuff like that. So that will, I think it makes this room feel a little bit more like a little less empty, because there's a lot of wasted space in these things. If you haven't seen the closet, if this is the first video you're watching, this will be the Obsessed Garage closets. We need to call them something like Obsessed Closet Systems or something like that. These will be available through Destination OG, so we're working on developing that. But all our drawer hardware is on. These are all, Michelle will get mad if I show you her drawers, so we'll show you my drawers. But these are all Bloom soft close glides, and this is TK top knobs, handles, hardware. And then this is all 1 inch thick. It's actually 31/32. The new version of this that we'll be launching here shortly is 1 inch and an eighth. And then they're also going to have a lower cost 3/4 inch. And I'm telling you, I just went to the mountains and I looked at 8 houses that were all $1.5 million plus, and they all had closet organization, and every single one of them had the same closet made junk that was 5/8 inch thick, just not good. This stuff, even though it's still particle board with a veneer it's a veneer wrap with a vinyl edging, I'm telling you, this is the best stuff I've ever seen outside of you hiring a cabinet manufacturer to come and actually custom do it. And this stuff is going to cost half as much as what the junk I saw in the mountains. So this is my section of the closet. This is Michelle's section of the closet. We set up this little. This could be like an island if you had a little bigger closet, but this actually, I was surprised at how nice this is. Even like the backing of this is 1 inch thick. Pretty nice stuff. And so normally I wouldn't like to have press board stuff. They do things like, you can see the grain of the drawers, like this is cut from a single slab, and then they number it when they send it to you. And so the grain looks like it's all one piece. Just little touches like that I think make a big difference. So I don't think I really have much else to do. The shower, the only thing I changed in here was we added DMF lights, and then I did swap the heads of the shower. I pulled the flow restrictors out and swapped them for Newport brass. I really need to consider getting rid of that Moen junk, and these are Moen valves, but these the turn-ons are just really cheap. And same thing here on this bathtub. I need to fix this there's a lot of wonkiness that Mike and I will go through once we get the bulk of the project done, the garage done and all of that, to fix the baseboards and fix to touch up the walls, and then eventually maybe just paint the whole thing. So this was the color here that we plan to paint. I'm gonna hold, like I said, I'm gonna hold off. Maybe we'll do it in the fall. But this is alabaster, and we tried some different stuff. So all the trim will be pure white, which is basically the color the walls are now. And then we'll do that in semi-gloss, and then the walls will be flat alabaster. We tried Soji, alabaster, white dove. Here's what it looks like in under 3,500K, and what the colors look like. So we're going to choose this color, and that's the color of the exterior of the house. So even though it's very similar, it will warm this place up a little bit. So we're patching all the walls, and then I'll have my painters come later and do this big project. But people are just not great at taking care of stuff. Like every single wall, like just look down this wall here. It's just like dirt wall. Like, what are you doing? Are you walking like this? Is that what people do? I don't understand. Even though I did that, I still didn't mess up the wall, but there's holes everywhere. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I just like my walls to be dialed in. My kids have learned how to take care of their not run into stuff since they were little. I don't know, it just seems like common sense to me. So over here in the main family room, look at this wall. Mike and I have been working on this. So we got these 10-foot tall, these big restoration hardware things to kind of fit in here. They're attached to the wall. And I decided to keep the fireplace just because I didn't want to deal with the massive amount of the project. I didn't have any tile, and so I'd have to source the tile somehow. We didn't have any extras. Figures. Every other house I've ever had, there's 100 tiles sitting there, and you're trying to figure out if you should keep them or not. This one I didn't have any. But we did a mantle mount here, and then filled in that weird niche hole, and then just made a little niche here so that the TV can kind of go up and down into the wall. And you'll see how this be set up. So I have a Sennheiser Ambio, which I'm working on becoming a dealer for, because that sound bar is amazing. And so we'll have the 77 OLED that can pull down when you're watching it, and then go up flush on the wall whenever you're not. So this was a much simpler project than ripping out the whole fireplace, but I think we'll make this room look better. Michelle got, since the last video you saw, she got this big carpet. I think this is from, I think it's from Pottery Barn. And then Laurel, our interior designer, we didn't really plan on doing any design in this house. She just did a couple of things. I got a couple pillows, got some piece of artwork there, just to kind of tie in the room. We'll be doing not accent walls. I don't do accent walls, but an accent niche. So that niche and that will be painted a dark blue. Same thing, so you can see the color. It's called Mount Etna. And so that back wall there, I don't know why I painted the side there just to see the sample, but that back wall will be painted that same color as that. So we actually swapped out those white fixtures for these. These were from Paragold, I think. And then we have to put a cap on the ceiling there because there were 3 light fixtures here. That just doesn't look very good. I'll probably swap this here for a Newport brass, but I decided to just leave the appliances alone for now. We'll see if we get further down the road when we build the mountain house, if I start talking with appliance manufacturers. We did get a Folger Milano, a dishwasher, which is not good. It's okay. It's like an Italian Whirlpool, makes you feel fancier because it looks real fancy, but it's okay. It's a decent one, but it's certainly not a Bosch. But I couldn't get a Bosch, and there's none in stock. I would like to swap this thing because we use this a lot, but I'd like to swap this thing for a range top instead of a, whatever you call this, a cooktop. It's where it comes and we cut this section out and put it in. And I need to get rid of this goofy hood, but one step at a time, we'll get that stuff done. But I'm telling you, the lighting in here, doing DMF lighting, made a huge difference. We still have to pick out a light. We have a light coming from Summer Classic that we bought for the outdoor stuff, which we'll go out and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But the light, the restoration one was too small for here, and so we'll figure out what to do when that Summer Classic light comes, because I don't think it's going to work in here. It's a single bulb. We really need some more light in this area. So nothing's really changed in here. Look at these walls. It's unbelievable. This turned out to be kind of a mistake. This should be like another 3 feet taller, but whatever. It kind of fills that niche. There was some weird little 2-inch, 3-inch deep little flip out cabinet. It was junk. And I would probably, once the new 1 1/8" stuff comes, we may redo the pantry just for the fun of it. But this is what you're used to. This is junk. Like, this is what every closet is like. This 5/8" thick with a freaking million holes on it. The drawers are junk. They're just normal side mount hinges or glides. And you see how it's all wobbly. It doesn't soft close. It's just, this is what normal closets are like. And so the thing that's really going to transform at the very end of this, so I did this right for the first time, in that we didn't paint the walls to start. We're going to paint the walls at the end. And so getting the walls painted is really going to make it feel like it's home. So let's go on the other wing, and then we'll go do the garage and go outside. So this is the interim house, but I think it might become a little bit more long-term, just simply because inflation and supply chain issues. I'm just afraid of getting stuck. So back here, we're gonna fix all the walls and the laundry room. The only thing that's changed in here is we changed the lighting. So Mike's got to patch these. But these are the DMF, I forget they're the linear fixtures. So this transition to 3500K from, it was 6500K in here. It was just too weird looking. And so once we just patch the walls and clean it up, it'll look pretty good. I'm going to get rid of this goofy sink here. But these are all little things that we'll kind of do, little side projects outside of the main big project, which was just get this thing livable. So Ryan's room, nothing's changed here, including his bed wasn't made last time we made a video. It's not this time either. His closets are done, all DMF lighting in here, all 3500K. So his closet's all set up and organized with his Jordans and fanciness. And he was trying to acquire more shoes, trying to convince me to acquire more shoes. The bathrooms, we haven't done anything there either, so nothing's changed in those. Kate's room is all done. I don't know if I had that done the last tour, but Ryan's little setup with a little clip Klipsch sound bar, subwoofer on the side, and then Sony 75-inch, or 65, actually worked out pretty well. Kate's room, DMF lights, patching the walls, and then of course her closet is done too. So her closet is a different color. Michelle got this little step stool for her from somewhere. But like these things are so cool to have these. This is a Hafele system that is soft close, same thing. I think those are Solis glides, but you know, inch thick. This one is a more appropriate color for Kate's room, but turned out really great. And she has a 36-inch drawer bank, 5 drawers, plenty of hanging, tall hang as well. It's really worked out quite well for her. So again, out of bathrooms, I don't really plan to do anything. I mean, just to try to keep them clean with these dirtball kids. But soon, we're maybe, I think we're 6 or 7 years away from actually having cleanliness. We'll see. But hey, it's lightened me up in the world. But the bathrooms, they're nice. We don't really have to do anything to them. So the other thing I have to do, this is the byproduct of having a lefty artist kid. I don't know where she came from. She's certainly not mine. But there's chaos. So I bought this also from our house at the same thing. And so what we're going to do, this room, I don't really like having a guest room, but this room's kind of weird without having a bed in it. And so we're going to put a bed there. Our craft table will go over on this wall. I got a 65-inch mini LED that's going to go here. Kate spends a lot of time in here making chaos. And so I'm going to put a TV on the wall for her so she doesn't have to touch my TVs. And so I got her an LCD so that way it won't burn in. And so we got this little piece of furniture here to put the TV above. And I was kind of torn. Do I center it on the wall? Right now this is centered on the windows, for it should be centered on the bed. I think I'm going to shift it and center it on this wall. I bought these moon pods. They're junk. Don't buy them. I'm going to throw them away. It was a gamble. And then this closet also is done. Yeah. Stuff stresses me out. So let's go check out the garage. Actually, let's walk around the house. I'll show you the outside because the yard is transformed quite a bit. So we'll go out the front and walk around. So I think we'll probably end up having, if we care, we'll have to replace it. They do this freaking St. Augustine Pro Vista. It's terrible. It always looks kind of yellow-green. The idea is that the St. Augustine Pro Vista is you could spray it with Roundup to kill weeds and it doesn't kill the grass, but the grass never really grows. It's nonsense. So all the grass on the back here, I didn't do that. I did regular St. Augustine. So the whole sprinkler system's been revamped and working. We have one more zone to put in. The well pump has been recalibrated and we got a new 85-gallon receiver tank or holdover tank. And so the water pressure's been fixed and improved. Cost me maybe $1,500 to get that all set up. So $1,200, something like that, to get that done. The driveway is complete. You can see now we can fit 3 big trucks and I still have plenty of room. We got a hose running just because until we get the extra, we need to add an extra sprinkler zone because this was all dirt and trees and funk. And so now we have nice looking grass. This is our 500-gallon tank. The gas tank was over here. It was right here is where it was. And so the problem is you couldn't get in the freaking garage door because the driveway ended right here. And so I had to make like a 5-point turn to get in the garage. And so I pushed the driveway out. It went out 20 feet this way and 18 feet that way. And so now I have plenty of room to, park and wash cars and do whatever the heck I want to do out here. We painted the garage doors, got that all cleaned up and, redone. And then again, so this was all, we brought in, I think, 6 dump truck loads full of fill dirt and then just had this regraded. There were 3 or 4 trees. Actually, there were many more trees than that out here. So there were a bunch of trees out here as well that we removed. And so now this will all take and the St. Augustine will root it in and it'll be, it'll be a nice sturdy looking setup. And of course the basketballs will always be down there. So all irrigation has been added all to here. I want to say the sod think the concrete, the driveway was, I think, was 15,000 to do the driveway and the sidewalks. I'll show you. The sod was 12,000 worth of sod, because we had to do the whole back area. So I did a lot more than we originally planned. And of course, we added gutters. I added the security system as well, so we have cameras, facing out here. So that's was a small expense. But then this area here I paved, because we don't have anywhere to put the garbage cans. The garbage just came, but the garbage cans will go here, and then the recycling will go right here. So I made a little pad around the air handler, and then we added the rock here, and then did the sidewalk. I'm really pleased with how the sidewalk turned out, because that door really should have been over to the right, because it shouldn't be so close to the pool equipment. But it actually turned out pretty nice in that we just kind of curved the sidewalk around, and then I had them put a sidewalk here because the kids kept coming out to this stupid trampoline, which, by the way, they use like 8 times a day. So it's a good investment to keep them out of my house. And so because the trampoline would have killed the grass, we had them put some rock here, made a little pad so when they take their shoes off, and then the next person who buys this house, if they don't want a trampoline, they can make this a fire pit or something like that. And so I thought the sidewalk was a pretty decent idea. It cost me just a couple $100 to have them come out and do this. But then this has all been regraded, new sod put in. I think it looks beautiful. The grass is already taken. It's only been here like a couple weeks. So it's really worked out really well. And the part of the reason why I think we're going to stay here is that for a little while longer is that I was really planning is I really like it. The kids love it. The pool's nice. The neighbors are great. It's turning out to be pretty decent. You can see the painted house. The house just transformed when we painted it. It's no longer Smurf blue. It doesn't have cracks all over it anymore. And then you guys are going to love this. I'm gonna get some gravel brought in, but I bought a shed. I felt like a good old red-blooded, Florida American here with a shed. So look at this puppy. I bought a 10 by 12 with a roll-up door, sitting on some blocks. This is just real classy here, but man, this thing's cool. I think this was like $5,500 delivered, installed. Got the fishing poles, the bikes, whatever else we decided to get into. I'm gonna make a little ramp for this or something like that. I got me a shed. It's wired for electrical. I gotta come out here and nuke this with some bug stuff. But went to Old Superior Sheds and got me a nice little piece here. Keep all the crap out of my garage. So, and then the key was I didn't want to see it. And so this was all like torn apart for them doing the pool. They dumped all the pool fill back here. And so Danny regraded this for me. And then we thought, well, just the other day we were driving by Superior Sheds. I'm like, we should get a shed. And I could tuck it back here where you can't see it. And so there we go. It'll be all Florida funky and look like it's some old, meth shack back in the woods there in a few months. But I think I'm pretty pleased with that. I think it turned out all right. And so we had all the, the edging put in. So our landscaper Chris put all the edging in, and then he finished this project and he retired. So I got to find a new guy. The rock color, I wish I could take it back, but it's fine. Having rock it costs 4 or 5 times as much, but then you don't have to do anything with it. There's no maintenance to it. And so then the pool area hasn't changed much, but it's about to transform. We've still got to get our heat pump. So we ordered a heat pump so we can heat the thing better. Right now it just has gas heat, which will rifle through 500 gallons in a week of propane. And so we've got a heat pump coming so we can keep it at a decent temperature. Our kids will get in it no matter what, but the pool's actually really nice. I'll show you where the Pentair system, where it's all wirelessly controlled. Of course, none of that's working, so we got to get the pool people when they come to do the pump. They're supposed to be coming next week to get it all dialed in. But we got all summer classic. We bought some real fancy, high-end outdoor patio furniture for the future house that I am now postponing. So this will be all outfitted with some really fancy stuff. Some like stuff over there and stuff over here. And then in next month, just a few weeks, my NatureCast cabinets will be here. So we'll have a cabinet array coming here, Evo cooktop going right here. I still got to work on Heston. I'd like to have a Heston grill and a hood above it. We switched these all out to DMF lights. This is a big ass i6 fan, an 84-inch, and then 2 Haiku outdoor fans. So that was a pretty significant investment. But the outdoor, this is going to be really, really nice. I'm putting some Lutron shades here as well, but this turned out really great. And we'll have some storage here. So I got some big 72-inch wide by 80 or 90-inch tall, 96-inch tall cabinets that are going to go here on this wall, because there's no real pool storage out here, because this wasn't designed to have a pool. There's a ball up there on the roof. And then I'm also doing storage right there as well. So that'll be 60 inches of storage, same thing. So let's go check out the garage. And I'm supposed to show the garage first, aren't I? I'm obsessed garage, but these doors were painted. Jace loves it here though. He's got an electric fence around the whole perimeter. He thinks it's great. I didn't show you in the kitchen. This is something that I think is way cool, but this is all Hayfula drawer organization stuff. So you do drawers like that. I did this for our pots and pans. I did this drawer here for all your utensils. And then a knife drawer here. I'm yet to do, I just started making a list of what I'm going to do in the bathroom. We'll organize the bathroom drawers, and I think that it really makes a big difference in how your drawers are set up. I did this one here. Got my meat thermometers. I can't wait to get a grill. I've been destroying this thing every night with a cast iron skillet. So the garage is over here. The Mitsubishi blew up, Mike. I don't know what the heck happened to it. The Mitsubishi just stopped working.
Really?
Yeah. Kalis is going to come out and fix it. I don't know what the heck happened to it. So the garage is about to come together. We got the lights. That's the big thing, lights. Nice patch in the walls here. We got the attic stairs as well. So these are the motorized attic stairs we'll be putting in. Our whole cabinet array. So this has all been set up for quite some time. I'm still waiting on my drawer inserts. So the foam inlay, so I can get all the tools off the side here. So if I can get those off the side wall and into the cabinets. I just don't have enough cabinets to fit the tool grid the way that the drawers are set up, and so I'm just waiting to get the foam inlays to fix all that. But this will all be painted Harbor Gray, and we're going to patch the ceiling, and we'll do that when we're doing the lights, the Cree lights, but this is about to really change. Pressure washers going over there on that left wall where Mike's at. And then I don't know that I showed this, but there's my structured wiring panel. So we did a big Leviton panel where I have all of my, where the internet is set up. Tied that all up nice and cleanly. And so that's where our Pentair system is for the wireless control of the pool, the TP-Link Deco, my cable modem, and then I just have a Netgear, unmanaged switch there. Where everything goes to. Now, we just came, so my design crew just came and just started to put the plans together to do all Lutron Radio Raw 2 Select. So this whole house will be controlled by Radio Raw. So we're going to swap out all the light switches, all the power outlets, all the GFCIs, and then run it all on one system. We don't need to do that here. It's kind of pointless to do it to this house, other than we just need to learn it. We need to learn how to do it. And then I've got a really cool Span is coming to do a new full electronically controlled panel. So I'm doing a panel here and a new panel in the master bedroom closet is where the other one is, and so that these will be swapped out for a really trick looking, but I'll be able to via an app, see how everything's working. After we do that, we've got to fix some circuits. Some of these GFCIs are kind of funky, and there's not a strong enough or a big enough lead coming to the other panel box as well. Main reason why I bought a darn shed was to get the ladders out there. So as soon as Mike finish up with the bulk of the projects, the ladders will go out in the shed. This will be all nice, clean, air conditioned with amazing lighting, motorized steps. We also have the motorized overhead magic stairs. So I'm a dealer for this now. So the magic stair, or no, the magic lift. We couldn't do the magic stairs in here because of the way that the roof pitch is, but the magic lift is awesome. I just throw stuff up on there. The concept would be, I'll have the, I forget what brand this is. We're gonna see if it's any good before I really care to talk much about it. But these motorized steps will come down and then I can meet the stuff in the attic. We did the Tesla charger there, LiftMaster 8500, so we got rid of the bulk here in the center. And then I have another camera in here that points out at all the stuff in the garage. But the goal here would be to have this thing totally organized. Right now it's pretty organized with tool grid, but I tool gridded this for my Sabre cabinets at the last house. And so these aren't the right size tool grid. And so just to change it up, I really wanted the sonic foam inlays for this house. So once the foam inlays arrive, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this $3,500 worth of tool grid that I put together. Maybe I'll put together some kits and sell them off for somebody who has some Sabre cabinets. But the house is really coming together. We did some attic floorboards up in there, so we have lots of room to organize stuff in the attic now. So I don't know how many hours Mike and I have into this place, but it's a lot. But it's, we've only been here for a couple months. I feel like we've done a lot in 2.5 months or 3 months, however long we've been here. But this place is shaping up. I just wanted to give you an update. The outside has really transformed since the last time you saw it. So I think, I don't know what dollar figure I'm in, but remember it was 4 projects was all I was allowed to do. I'd say we're within those 4 projects if you lump them together. So I think this place is coming together, and we'll stay here. We'll stay put here for a little while until I don't, till I move. Who knows where we'll move? But I love doing this. It's a lot of fun. So that's the update. We'll keep you up to date on all the products. We're a NatureCast dealer now. We're an Evo cooktop dealer. We're a Cree lighting, DMF lighting dealer now. We weren't when I started this project. We're also a Lista cabinet dealer. These are Sonics, but I'm going to be doing some Lista stuff at some different houses across the country. So we can provide a resource and I can provide you some insight on all the stuff you're seeing in the house. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next update when we get the lights and we get the home theater done. We'll get you some updates there. Thanks for watching. See you soon.